Okay, so I'm continuing chapter 5 on polar coordinates from some home recorded videos because it's January 2021 and we are all at home for lockdown. So that's why the beginning of this playlist is in school and now it's starting to just be me recording these from home. Anyway, let's get on with some questions about areas on Argand diagrams. So 6a, part 1 and part 2 are going to be pretty straightforward. We're just going to add in some extra stuff in part B. Let's just read through 6a. So it says, show on an Argand diagram the locus of points given by the values of z satisfying this thing that we've got here. Well, first of all, I know this is going to be a circle because we've got the modulus of z. And if I rearrange this, it's going to be z minus 4 plus 3i, equals 5. So we know for part A, it's going to be a circle, radius 5, center 4, 3. And you should be thinking when the center is the radius is 5 and the center is 4, 3, you should be thinking of that Pythagorean triple, that 3 squared plus 4 squared equals 5 squared. So I'm going to draw that for my first part that we've got now. So I'm going to draw some axes here and here. And the center of this circle is going to be 4 along and 3 up. So if you think about the radius that we're going to have for this point, this is going to be 4 along and 3 up. Well, the radius is going to be 5, and so it's actually going to perfectly go through the origin. So let's draw a circle that's going to hopefully go through the origin. Hopefully this will make this into a circle because that's a mess. That's not too bad. Okay, let's just move this so it goes through the origin. Perfect. And that's all we're really going to need for this question. That's kind of got all of the information that's required for this. So that is my locus for part A of the question. It then says, taking the initial line as the positive real axis with the pole at the origin, in other words, it just looks like a normal one, and given that theta equals that theta is a member of this interval between alpha and alpha plus pi, where alpha is equal to minus arctan 4 over 3. Well, let me just quickly talk to you about that. It's really saying that if this thing that we've got drawn down here was a polar equation, it's just saying that the angles are going to be between, let's do this in a slightly different color. It says that the angle is going to be between minus arctan 4 over 3, that was alpha, and then minus arctan 4 over 3 plus pi. This is what theta is going to be in between. So if you're interested in this, which I just kind of think it's worth pointing out, let's just see what these angles are that it's talking about. So arctan 4 over 3 is going to be this angle here, which is the same as this angle here, which, if you think about it, because of this this radius and this tangent meeting at right angles, would be the same as this angle here, and it's minus because it's coming downwards. And then when you add pi onto this angle here, it's going to be from here all the way around to here. In other words, it's talking about the angles contained inside all of that section that we've got there. So that's really why it's giving you this extra kind of bit in yellow. That's what it's talking about. It's just giving you the range of values of theta. But you don't actually need to use that for part 2. It then says for part 2, show that the locus of these points can be represented by this equation. Well, we've done one of these before, so hopefully you can have a go at this yourself. Let's do this nice and quick. So I would probably say that as a circle, this is just going to be x minus 4 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals the radius squared, which is 5 squared. So I'm going to start subbing in. We know that x is r cos theta, so it's r cos theta minus 4 squared plus r sine theta minus 3 squared. And I'm just going to expand and collect everything all together. So expanding this, r squared cos squared theta minus 8r cos theta plus 16 plus r squared sine squared theta minus 6r sine theta plus 9 equals 25. The 16, the 9, and the 25 cancel. And then the r squared cos squared theta and the r squared sine squared theta is just going to be r squared because of that Pythagorean identity. And so I'm going to get r squared equals 8r cos theta plus 6r sine theta. I've also added those to the other side. We can then divide everything by r, and we come up with the equation that r equals 8 cos theta plus 6 sine theta. So that's just the same part for the beginning bit. We then get that the set of points A is defined by, well, this thing here we recognize. It's just saying it's inside the circle because of this inequality sign that we've got here. This thing is just saying that the set of points has an argument of z between 0 and pi over 3. So when I'm thinking about the circle that I've got here, and I'm going to do this in, I don't know, maybe a green so it sort of stands out quite nicely. It's asking us to find out the exact area defined by those yellow highlighted bits. So it's going to be between 0 and then pi over 3. I'm not really sure where pi over 3 is going to be, but somewhere up here. It's actually asking for us to find this area that we have here. So that's pretty straightforward. We're just going to be integrating between 0 and pi over 3 using our area formula. So this is part B of the question. We are going to be finding out the area, and the area is going to be a half r squared between 0 and pi over 3, and r squared is 8 cos theta plus 6 sine theta d theta. I'm just going to do quite a lot of work on this. Let's add in a blank page before I show you the mark scheme. I'm going to leave that half outside the front. 0 and pi over 3, we're going to get 64 cos squared theta plus, well, the 6 times 8 is 48, and there's going to be 2 of those, so it's going to be 96 sine theta cos theta, and then we get 36 sine squared theta. And because this is all now being added, you're going to need to make sure you keep those brackets around it. Now, if you want, you can put the half in. I'm actually probably going to put the half inside here because everything's an even number. So I've then got 32 cos squared theta plus 48 sine theta cos theta plus 18 sine squared theta. You don't have to put that back in if you don't want to. I just fancied doing that then. So I'm going to use all of my rearranged double angle formulae. So it's going to be 32 a half plus a half cos 2 theta. This is going to be 24 sine 2 theta using the double angle formula for sine 2 theta. And this is going to be 18 multiplied by a half minus a half cos 2 theta. Brackets around the whole thing, d theta. So between 0 and pi over 3, we're going to have 16 plus 16 cos 2 theta. Let's start off with brackets. Plus 24 sine 2 theta. Plus 9 minus 9 cos 2 theta. D theta. Just a lot of simplifying going on here. 16 plus 9 is 25. So that's 25. And then we've got 16 cos 2 theta minus 9 cos 2 theta, which is 7 cos 2 theta plus 24 sine 2 theta. And that's all with respect to theta. So we can actually just go in and integrate. You're going to get 25 theta. Sine goes to cos, so I know it's going to be a sine 2 theta, and it's going to have to be halved. And it's going to be a minus 12 cos 2 theta for that last bit between 0 and pi over 3. So I'm going to sub in pi over 3. So I'm going to get 25 pi over 3. And then I'm going to do 7 over 2 times sine of 2 pi. So let's do my 2 pi over 3. And I'm going to just do the sine of that. Sometimes I make a mistake with those. So it's root 3 over 2. So that's going to be 7 over 2 times root 3 over 2. And then I know that cos of 2 pi over 3 is minus a half. So it's going to be plus 12 times a half, which is this. And then when I put 0 in, this is going to be 0, this is going to be 0, and this is going to be 12, or minus 12. So I'm doing minus 12. Okay, so we get 25 pi over 3 plus 7 root 3 over 4 plus 6 plus 12, which is plus 18. Okay, and so you can actually check this. So what I'm going to really quickly do is show you how you can check this using your calculator. Let me just quickly go to the camera so I can show you this. Okay, so when you go to your calculator, you should make sure that you go to menu, not menu. You go to math, scroll across and put in the integration. And we were integrating here, I think it was 8 cos theta plus 6 sine theta. Obviously I'm doing it with x, and that's all squared. And that was between 0 and pi over 3. So you can have it looking like this. And I'm just going to put the half at the beginning as well, if it will let me. I don't think it's going to let me, so I'm just going to divide it by 2 afterwards, and divide that by 2. So I've got 47.211, and I'm just going to go back to this so you can check your answer. So I want to check, is 25 pi over 3, 25 pi over 3 plus 7 root 3 over 4 plus 18, and you get 47.211, so we know we've got the answer correct. I obviously have a mark scheme, so you can see we've got all of these bits correct down here with the split here. Okay, if you want to look through the mark scheme, you've got that there, but it's basically what we've just done. So I think what you can have a go at now is doing questions 7 and 8 in exercise 5C.